Here's a story about the new normal flying directly in the face of the laws of the old normal. The president of France, Emmanuel Macron, issued a decree that the French may not enter certain public places, like schools and the metro, without covering their face with a mask. Just a few years before these debates about face coverings, France had prohibited the wearing of any religious symbols in a public school. So
the law actually says you cannot dissimulate your face, cover your face, conceal your face in public.
one of the most talked about subjects at these debates was something that directly affected relatively few French people, and that was the niqab, which is the Muslim face covering that hides the nose and mouth, often just leaves a gap for the eyes. French officials wanted to ban it. But we did talk to a woman in Melbourne, Australia, named Manal Shihab, who wore the niqab happily for 21 years.
People are looking at me with a curiosity. Sometimes I see them shudder and they look at me and they shudder. I actually deliberately go up and say, "Hi, how are you? Look, I'm a human being under here and I'm wearing this because it's something that I want to do."
They argued that the niqab violated the French ideal of gender equality. And you might expect, 3 months or so into the quarantine with masks on everybody's faces, that the French press would at least be taking note of this irony, of this sudden reversal in social norms. And how would the average French citizen feel, who had been reminded day after day that their civic duty was to keep their face exposed? Would they now feel unnerved?
They're not. I can tell you they're unnerved by the coronavirus, but nobody is unnerved about not seeing a face.
Eleanor started asking around.
Good. I feel reassured when I see people in masks. I don't feel reassured when I see a woman in a niqab. It's a completely different thing. One woman is erasing her identity. The other one is keeping somebody safe.
Maybe now is the time to plan her French vacation. Once the airlines open, she'd just take off the niqab, pop on the face mask.
I think it was this sense of we're both doing the same thing, but we're doing them for such profoundly different reasons that we don't really make a correlation between them.